sıradaki konuşmacımızı davet edelim. Evet, tatlı yiyelim, tatlı konuşalım efendim. Sıradaki isim çikolata ve tatlı tutkusuyla tanınıyor. 2013-2014'te Asya'nın en iyi pasta şefi seçildi. 2AM Dessert Bar'ın kurucusu Janice Wong, No Reference Menu konusunda konuşacak. Burada zaten her şey hazır. Janice, stage is all yours and I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
And hearing you.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for staying. But first, before I speak, always a tradition, we'll feed you chocolates. I don't know who has been here the previous years, but if you're back here again, welcome back. This year's topic is very different, very, very dear to all of us chefs, menu and legacy. What is the legacy we want to leave behind, and how do we create our own menu? So, oh, I forgot my clicker. Sorry. So let me play the video. This is a video of basically all our desserts in the last 17 years. I wouldn't say all, but some of the desserts in the last 17 years. Now you're going to enjoy some of the chocolates. We have to bring some across the other side as well. So you have whiskey chocolates. They are vegan, so no dairy. Those are the black ones. The chili chocolates are the ones that are red. And the kaffir lime caramel, my favorite one, which is the yellow and pink one. So, hope you got the colored ones. So I guess that's a little taste of Singapore. Oh, I need the PowerPoint clicker. Oh, we need to ask them. So sorry about that. So I think we can play the first video. Cool. So imagine 20 years of cooking, 20 years of making sweets and pastries, and you can imagine how our approach is. For me, I always ask this question, and I get asked this a lot. Where does our inspiration come from? It can come from any form, any pot, but what is really our approach? Our approach, basically, we always take it from things around us. Culture, speaking to people, friendship. Art is a very big topic for me as well, very dear to my heart. This is a photo taken in Istanbul, right here. And you can see the reflection of desserts that come out of it. It's really everywhere, colors, forms. One of the things that is very dear to me as well, the art and the architecture of things. This is our newest restaurant. It's up in the top in Singapore. So we just opened this this year, and basically we had to take all these inspirations. And what we did was we took the sculptures. This is our newest product, and that's chocolate. So I took all that sculptures and inspiration of Singapore and thought to myself, how can I create that experience for you guys when you see a piece of chocolate? It's no longer just a square that you just ate or a wax mold that we created 10 years ago. How can we give you that impeccable experience when you open the box and you unveil it? And I have the box right here. This one here is for a very special friend. This is for Gokman. Let's see if we can have this here. So, it's okay? Yeah, I'll pass this around later. But we'll get that on the screen. But again, you can see these are the sculptures, and you can feel and touch and taste. And when you feel and taste the sculptures, they're all different. Nature. That's the other thing that's very, very close to my heart and dear to me. I think if we can't do it, we can pass it around. Yeah. Let's do that. I'm going to pass this box, but please pass it back to me. So these are our newest chocolates, 5 flavors of Singapore. So nature, so dear to our hearts as well. I took that photo in San Sebastian when I was working there. I thought to myself 20 years back, wanted to keep creating these beautiful sculptures and desserts and textures. Yeah, we can pass it around. It's a very, very close audience, so I think it's an intimate audience. So these are some of the incredible textures that we've done. A lot of my inspiration also come from a lot of chefs, from Mandoni, from Mugaritz, done incredible work as well. And what they have done is creating these unique textures with no reference. And this is so important for gastronomy. I'm very proud to say that I hope we've been a part of this change and this inspiration around the world, where we really just take ingredients, and I'm going to do a demo today on that. So this is part of the inspiration that we've done as well, taking just fresh cocoa, like you've seen. This is a literal inspiration where we take art, forms, architecture. This one here is a fresh cacao pot. This is not new. These are molds that are created from a lot of vendors, a lot of people around the world. They take inspiration from everywhere, and then they make these molds. We, as chefs, see what we want, and we use that, and we create the experience. This is a new mold from Mo Brothers. They make this really beautiful cacao mold. Another part of inspiration, nature. When you walk in a garden, you create these beautiful rocks, forms, organic, all types of ideas you can get. It's extremely limitless, and this is why I want to share this today. This is another inspiration that I have with wood. You go around and you see that, and just imagine you drop hot oil, hot vinegar. This is the vinegar chocolate dessert that we've done in the past, and we just basically took that inspiration. Ingredients, fresh ingredients. You go to the market all the time, you see it, you put it on a plate. Very literal. Now I ask you a question. What if you have never seen any of that before? Never seen a choux puff, a croissant? If you never tasted curry before, how would you make your curry? This spicy broth of delicious soup. How would you do that? So I used that approach ever since I started 2 a.m. Dessert Bar. This is one of the honeycomb textures that we've done before. This is a dessert that's inspired by Chinese technique. And you can see it's a very beautiful texture. Now I want to show you something really special. So last year I brought you Singapore chocolate, fresh. This year I brought it in a different approach. I'm going to pass this around as well. So, okay, let me see if you can see this. Okay, right here, showing the camera first, 2 types of cocoa. All right, thank you so much. Smell it. This is fresh chocolate fermented 2 ways. I don't know anyone else that has done fermentation this way, but you know, chocolate, when you ferment cocoa, you take all this fresh cocoa and you ferment them for 5 days, 6 days in nature. Have you ever experienced or experimented changing the heat of it, changing the way you basically ferment cocoa? So we tried many, many ways. Salt crusting the fresh cocoa, cooking it, boiling it, you know. We do what we know. But what if you try your very best to lose every memory, every knowledge of what you have? And that's where creativity really, really starts. You can imagine, if you never had reference, you would push yourself to really do a lot more. So I challenged myself with this. Please don't eat it. I don't know. Oh my God. I haven't ate it yet, but it's fermented. You know, so cocoa needs to be processed. So basically, it's fermented in sake. The white one is fermented in sake, and it's been fermenting for about a month. Okay, I have fermented it for 4 months. It disintegrated. It's beautiful, and then I turn it into sake chocolate, direct. I roasted it, 120 degrees, 20 minutes. But it's also very, very important to know what others have done in the past. The tradition is you basically ferment them 5 days. Then after that, you dry it, 2 to 3 days, you dry them. After drying them for 2 to 3 days, you roast it. You roast it, you take off the shell, and it becomes dark chocolate. In this process, we skip a couple of things. We use time, we use creativity, we experiment, and we come up with a very beautiful product. It's still chocolate. So, this is the photo of what we've been doing. Just before we arrive here, I took 2 types of cocoa. One is I took the fresh pot. The other one, I fermented the other one with a heat box for 1 day, and I fermented it and turned them, and you can smell it. The fermentation has already started. The sugars have turned to alcohol. Then I mixed it with whiskey, and there you go, you see it, it's beautiful. After this stage, I will dry it, and I will then make it into chocolate. Now today I'm gonna show you a very, very cool demo. So this is konjac. This is a konjac plant, and I have it right here. So one of the students here, she's going to just create, which is the beauty of no reference. I take this quite smelly product. It's quite smelly, but it's a natural ingredient. It's beautiful. People eat this in Japan. I like to call myself a chef that really focuses a lot on Asian ingredients because it's very close to where we are, and just really making new recipes. So for students out there, those in a culinary world, you're gonna get a lot of recipes today. Thanks for staying. So I'm gonna pass this around as well. Thank you so much. So that's us blending it, just taking this raw ingredient. Oh, she moved too fast. 1 second. I don't blend yet. Yeah. So we just blended it. We took some cocoa, and then we aerate it, and then we create a new texture. Now for pastry and food, I think this is so important, to keep pushing the boundary of what you never know and what could be. So today, we're gonna do a demo. So that's the konjac there, and we just poured in this almond milk together with the puree. We took some puree at the back. We literally just see what is available. We threw in some pistachio nuts. You can throw in a bit more. But there's a science behind it. I mean, we don't just kind of throw things in and not weigh it. Okay. So now she's going to blend it. Now the nuts give it the texture, the body. The puree gives it the flavor, and it masks with this konjac. Once you put flavor into the konjac, I tell you, trust me, it's just beautiful when you taste the texture of it. This is one of the things that we did in Japan, just creating this beautiful texture, not knowing what to do about it, but you can see we were playing around with it. And it's the perfect sorbet. I tell you, it's stable, it's creamy, it's icy. You don't have the added sugar in it. In sorbets and ice creams, you have 30% of sugar, and you need that. You need that to stabilize it. So when I go to all these ice cream schools, I mean, Gelato University, for example, they will always tell you a certain percentage that you need. Flavor, and your sugars, and then your stabilizers. So in this case, we made this really beautiful mixture. And after that, what we do is we just then aerate it and set it. We don't need to put it in an ice cream machine. Even if we did and we tried it in an ice cream machine, pakojet, it comes out this beautiful texture. So this is what I want to share today about a no-reference menu, which I hope, if you haven't tried it before, this is the time now to really push yourself and see what you can do. Another thing we've done, is really to create recipes with reference of a look and feel of what I want to do, but then a no reference of how the recipe is like. So for example, if I want to create this mousse-like texture, and I tell myself I want it no sugar, I basically, maybe less sugar, I need it stable, I need it to be outside for like 30 minutes, and I need it to basically give the guests a cold and hot experience, for example. So I would create that in my mind first, and then after that, I will make the recipes. So this is one of the recipes that we have with a liquid. It could be cassis, and then we use white chocolate to basically stabilize it. Gelatin, xantana. Another one is the chocolate water, and we're going to bring out the chocolate water rock. So I made this just at the back here, very quick. It's just chocolate, no egg white powder, just egg whites, and then the water. So the third version of this, I told myself, what if I'm vegan? What if I don't want to have eggs, but I want to have that smooth texture of mousse? So we did it. This is a recipe. We just made chocolate, milk, bananas. Bananas are a great stabilizer as well. Honey and salt. So we keep trying. I mean, there's thousands of recipes in our archives, but this is our approach to menu, legacy, and food. So this is how we made it. I have it here. That's it. We made this rock here. And for those who want to try it, please try it later. It's actual food. And I end with this, right on time. I challenged myself, if I had no reference, how would I actually have built that dessert? It's so hard, to be honest, to lose my reference because I love nature so much and I'm influenced so much by it that it's so hard to lose it. But I told myself, if I never had seen a rock walk in a forest, go out in a garden, what would my desserts look like? They probably look like this, or this. And this is actually one of the desserts we made 2 months ago. But I thank you very much for having me here. Thank you.
Well, you were fast, you were to the point, and you were just very punctual. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And here we have a little gift for you from Istanbul today.
Thank you so much.
It's like a little memory. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
And I thank on behalf of everyone for these wonderful, wonderful tastes
Thank
you
you.
brought to
My
us.
box is still around. I don't know where it is.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. See you guys.
See you. Bye-bye.